Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cybersecurity Whisperer. I'm your host, Elliott Franklin, your friendly neighborhood cyber whisperer, bringing you the stories that make you smarter, savvier, and hopefully a little more entertained along the way. Now, first things first, I was off last week because my son absolutely crushed it in his musical Oklahoma. He played Curly, and I'm just not just saying this as a proud dad. He owned the stage. So if you hear me humming, "Oh, what a beautiful morning" between segments, now you know why. Because I missed last week, I've got a double helping of cyber and tech news for you. So buckle up because the last 2 weeks were wild. Now, first let's start off. Imagine this. It's 3 a.m. You're asleep in your $5,000 smart bed that's supposed to optimize your rest, and suddenly it goes rogue. That's what happened when Amazon Web Services had a massive outage, taking down everything from bank apps to, yes, even smart mattresses. Now, 8 sleep users woke up or couldn't sleep at all because their beds stopped obeying commands. Some were stuck sitting up, others were roasting like Thanksgiving turkeys because their bed heaters got stuck on max. One user said, "Look, my pod's at +5 and I'm sweating because I can't turn it off." Now, all of this happened because the 8 sleep system is cloud only, no offline mode. If AWS goes down, so does your bedtime comfort. And it turns out people don't love being locked into the world's most ergonomic sitting position when they're trying to sleep. Some users have even started jailbreaking their smart beds. Yes, you heard that right. Creating offline versions that don't rely on servers. There's literally a Discord community for hacked mattresses. So, the takeaway is, look, when everything from your fridge to your bed depends on the cloud, outages stop being an inconvenience and start being lifestyle emergencies. Sometimes smart really needs a little more common sense. Now, next up, the story that made privacy advocates do a double take. A hobbyist named Bong Kim figured out how to disable the LED recording light on Meta's Ray-Ban smart glasses. The light that's supposed to show when someone's filming. Meta designed that light to protect bystanders, so you'd know if someone's recording, but now people can wear these glasses and film you without any visible indicator. You had to know that was going to happen. Now, 404 Media bought a pair of Kim's modded glasses to test, and yep, they worked perfectly. The light's gone, the recording still works. Now, Kim charges $60 for the service and even posts his customer list on YouTube. It's like a creepy Etsy for privacy violations. Meta, of course, says this violates their terms of service, but it raises a real issue. How do you trust what's real when everything looks normal? We already have AI-generated faces and deepfakes. Now we have stealth cameras in plain sight. So again, the takeaway is, look, we've officially entered the age of invisible surveillance. The tech might be cool, but the social implications? Maybe not so much. Maybe stick with regular sunglasses unless you want to explain to your friends why your shades need a firmware update. Now, this one sounds like something straight out of Black Mirror. Microsoft announced that Teams will soon be able to track employees' locations based on nearby Wi-Fi networks. Supposedly, it's to help managers know which office buildings you're in, but privacy experts say it could be used to monitor attendance or enforce return to office policies. The takeaway is, look, Big Brother doesn't need cameras anymore. Hey, we just need your Wi-Fi. Now, here's some good news. Well, kind of. Zenni is the online glasses brand. They launched new ID guard lenses that reflect infrared light and block some facial recognition cameras. They even stop iPhones from using Face ID when you wear them. They've got a subtle pink sheen, so now you can look stylish and confuse half the surveillance cameras in the sky. They're not perfect. Regular photos still work fine, but they do block the kind of infrared imaging that's used by some police and retail facial recognition systems. And so the takeaway is, look, the fact that anti-facial recognition eyewear is now a mainstream fashion accessory tells you everything about the surveillance state we live in. Speaking of, Amazon-owned Ring introduced a new feature called Search Party, which uses AI to scan everyone's camera footage to find missing dogs. It sounds wholesome, right? Except it's turned on by default. So your camera footage might be automatically analyzed for someone else's dog unless you manually opt out. Ring swears your footage won't be shared without consent, but it's a slippery slope. First dogs, then maybe delivery drivers, then who knows what. So hey, this is a great idea, but questionable execution. I'm all for finding lost dogs, but maybe ask first before training AI on my front porch feed. Now, if you want to turn this off, you go to the Ring app, you go to your control center, and then you go to search party. You scroll all the way down and you'll see that it shows pets, and it's enabled. You just click on it and we'll disable it. Next, this one's a bit geekier, but it's important. Researchers found a self-propagating worm hidden inside VS Code extensions. Yes, the same ones developers install by the millions. The worm spreads by stealing credentials, setting up proxies, and even draining crypto wallets. It uses invisible Unicode characters to hide malicious code, and in short, it's a Trojan horse with emojis. And so our takeaway here is, look, even developer tools aren't safe. It's another reminder that supply chain security, it's everyone's problem, not just your IT team. Well, hackers breached a U.S. nuclear facility via SharePoint. Yeah, you heard that right. Hackers exploited SharePoint flaws to get inside a nuclear security administration facility, the Kansas City National Security Campus, which builds components for U.S. nuclear weapons. It's unclear whether the attackers were Russian or Chinese, but the breach highlights one uncomfortable truth. Even critical infrastructure still depends on everyday software that can be exploited with a patch that's coming soon. And so, look, if nuclear plants can get hacked through SharePoint, maybe it's time we stop ignoring software patches. Now, a new report says 70% of CISOs believe internal conflicts are more damaging than cyber attacks. That's right, it's not the hackers, it's the hallway politics. Many leaders say that misalignment between security, business, and IT slows down response times and creates confusions in the middle of incidents. And so the advice is, look, treat your executives like allies, not enemies. Translate cyber risk, as we keep saying, into business impact. Because sometimes the hardest firewall to maintain is between ego and empathy. All right, as we move into our lightning round, look, a Romanian prisoner hacked his prison's tablet system and gave inmates access to adult sites and money credits. Talk about finding a new way to earn time off for good behavior. Apple's iOS 26 update now overwrites spyware evidence logs, possibly by accident. But so yeah, the fight against Pegasus spyware just got a lot harder. AI risk losses top $4 billion this year, according to EY. Probably, this is proving that the fastest way to lose money might still be by trusting AI too soon. So what did we learn this week? That your smart bed might cook you, your sunglasses can spy on you, and your dog might be found by an AI that didn't ask your permission. But hey, as long as we keep talking about these things, we're already one step ahead of the hackers, scammers, and poorly configured Wi-Fi trackers out there. Thanks again for tuning in to the Cybersecurity Whisperer. Look, if you like the show, hit the thumbs up, subscribe on YouTube, and share it with a friend who still thinks their password is 12345. I'll be back next week with more stories. Until then, sleep safely, patch regularly, and keep your smart bed on manual mode.